Finally, the World Cup is here, and when I look back, I have memories from World Cups from 1987 onwards. That was the very first World Cup that I saw. Even though I don't have clear memory of 1987 World Cup, one match in particular, the India-Australia semi-final in the Reliance World Cup 1987. That's something which I remember watching. The next one was in 1992, where I have more clearer memories. We were in high school. The memory is that we used to go out of school and to a friend's house who was staying very close by, and we used to watch matches in between in bits and pieces, and come back to school and discuss in to our classmates what happened in that particular match. So that is the memory of 1992 World Cup. In fact, that's Sachin Tendulkar's very first World Cup. So still remember the young Tendulkar, in Indian colors, going out and playing shots. The next World Cup was in 1996. 1996 World Cup. There are a couple of things which stays in most of Indian cricket fans' minds. One would definitely be the India-Pakistan match, which was full of drama, where Waqar Yunus was hit thoroughly by Ajay Jadeja, and in the last couple of overs, India reached a very good score, and that match was remembered for the next incident, which is between Amir Sohail and Venkatesh Prasad, where Prasad was hit for a boundary by Amir Sohail, and he showed towards the boundary saying that I'm going to hit the next ball in that particular direction, and Prasad got him clean bowled in the very next ball. And there was some heated argument between them. So that is 1996 World Cup. And of course, nobody can forget 96 World Cup without thinking about the Sanraj Jayasuriya Kaluvitarana opening pair, which brought in the first hard hitting opening partnership, if we can say so. We had a lot of hard hitters as openers, but probably none attacked new ball as fiercely as Jayasuriya and Kaluvitarana did in the first few overs. And finally, Sri Lanka went ahead and became the world champion. Then comes the 1999 World Cup. There are two things again in my mind about 99 World Cup in England. Number one, the India-Sri Lanka match, where Rahul Dravid and Saurav Ganguly attacked Sri Lanka in such a way that Sri Lankan bowlers completely lost their way. Don't remember the score exactly, but still have clear memories of how Saurav was stepping out and hitting Sri Lankan bowlers left, right, center. The other thing about 99 World Cup is that during the World Cup, Tendulkar lost his father, so he had to go back, and he came back for the next match against Kenya, and scored a century. So that was a World Cup which we cannot forget for what Sachin Tendulkar did, and it shows the kind of commitment which he had. The next one is 2003 World Cup, which happened in South Africa. I have two things to tell about 2003 World Cup. Of course, I watched that match in Bangalore. I just started my career, and I was watching the match in my apartment. India reached the finals and lost to Australia. But what is more remembered is the India-Pakistan match, where Sachin Tendulkar played a uppercut against Shoaib Akhtar. Of course, India went ahead and won that match, but the way Sehwag and Tendulkar dominated the likes of Waqar Yunus, Shoaib Akhtar and Wasim Akram is something which is always remembered. And India's loss to Australia was something very disappointing after reaching finals. The next one was 2007 World Cup, which happened in the West Indies. As an Indian, I don't want to remember that World Cup. India got eliminated in the group stages. So nothing more to say about it. Rahul Dravid was the captain. Nothing against Rahul Dravid, but unfortunately, India couldn't get into the semi-final stage. So the next World Cup happened in 2011 in India. The World Cup was back in India, and we know India won the World Cup in 2011. 2011, the real hero of Indian cricket team was Yuvraj Singh. We could not have won the World Cup without Yuvraj Singh, both with his batting, bowling, and fielding, I would say. And of course, the final match against Sri Lanka, where Dhoni hit that straight six and took India to its second World Cup victory. No Indian can ever forget that. So 2011 was definitely the very first time that I saw India winning a World Cup. The next one was 2015 World Cup, which was co-hosted by Australia and New Zealand. India lost in the semi-finals. No great memories about that tournament. No Asian team played the finals. And then the 2019 World Cup, the very last one, which happened in England. Two things again very strong in my memory. One is how India lost to New Zealand to a throw where Mahendra Singh Dhoni got run out. We realized that that was the end of India's World Cup hopes in 2019. But yes, the India-Pakistan match is well remembered, and Rohit Sharma's 500s is something which we will all cherish as Indian cricket fans. And the final match was full of drama again, where finally England became the winners with the boundary count. So that was 2019 World Cup, and now we are looking forward for the 2023 World Cup, which is starting tomorrow. So let me end my video by suggesting my playing 11 for India for 2023 World Cup. My openers are Rohit Sharma and Shubman Gill. Rohit, as you know, is back in full form and he's playing a different game altogether. He's in a complete attacking mode, and I'm sure that will help India to have a great start. Shubman Gill is probably the biggest upcoming superstar of Indian cricket, and I'm sure that's one of the most dangerous opening pairs in 2023 World Cup. Number three, none other than the great Virat Kohli. Virat is probably playing his last World Cup, and I'm sure he will want to leave an impression, leave a mark in his cricketing career by nothing less than a World Cup win. So best of luck, Virat Kohli. He has to be the number three. Number four should be KL Rahul. Rahul was struggling a little bit before his injury. Now he is back with a bang, and I'm sure that Rahul is going to be playing an important role for India in this World Cup. Now, next, number five for me is Hardik Pandya, probably one of the best all-rounders in the contemporary cricket. India always lacked a fast bowling all-rounder after Kapil Dev. So Hardik Pandya is going to play an important role for India in this World Cup. Number six, one of the most debated spots. The toss-up is between Ishan Kishan and Shreyas Iyer. My vote is for Ishan Kishan here for the fact that he is a left-hander. I would say Shreyas Iyer is definitely a great batsman, but India, a couple of left-handers in the Indian batting lineup will help to have the right-left combination, and my suggestion is Ishan should play in number six, at least in the first few matches. The next, number seven for me is Ravindra Jadeja. Number eight, Ravi Ashwin. Ravi Ashwin was selected when Aksa had an injury. In my view, as most of my friends know, that Ashwin can walk into any test or a one-day team regardless of where we play. I wouldn't say that for a T20 match, but Ashwin is probably one of the most underrated all-rounders in the world. And I'm sure that Ashwin, also playing his last World Cup, he will be doing something very special for India at this time. Number nine for me is Kuldeep Yadav, for the fact that a lot of players around the world is yet to read him properly. So his Chinaman left arm leg spin, I'm sure that is going to help India in many of the matches, because in Indian conditions, most of the foreign players will find him very difficult. My number 10 is Siraj. Between Siraj and Shami, it's a little tough call, because we know that Mohammad Shami is still bowling extremely well. Even though he is nearing the end of his career, I would say Shami is still a very good bowler. But considering Siraj a little more aggressive than Shami, probably he deserves priority ahead of Shami. So at least for the first few matches, I would pick Siraj. And the next fast bowler has to be Bumrah, and I'm sure Bumrah is really going to get into the opposition teams and India, and he's a bowler who can be used at any stage of the match, be it in the middle overs, be it in the death overs, and of course he's going to be one of the best opening bowlers in this World Cup. So that is my team, and let us wish India all the very best. And I look forward for nothing less than a win for India in World Cup 2023. Thank you.